meeting is called to order. The town of Palmyra Caucus. First order of business, I would like to nominate Dan Paulson to chair the meeting.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded to have Dan Paulson chair the meeting. I'd like a show of hands, all in favor. Opposed? Motion is carried. Dan?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you can hear by my voice, I'm not singing today, so we may hum a few tunes, but no singing. But the purpose for this meeting this morning is for the nominations of candidates to run for the positions for the town of Palmyra. And it's a pretty important meeting. It really is. We think some things just happen, but they don't just happen. It happens by actions of the people, and it's the people's job to nominate and then see that those elected carry out their job as elected officials of the town government. If we don't continue to do that, then town government may become county government, and county government may become state government, and we no longer have that control. So we need to be sure that we step up and do the jobs that are necessary to be done to be sure that you're able to continue to transact business as the town of Palmyra, which has been done for many, many years. I would like to call on the town clerk to read the procedures for the nomination. Mr. Clerk.
Procedures for nomination. Nominations are made separately for each office that will appear on the spring election ballot. This can be done in one of two ways: by taking nominations from the floor or by conducting a vote by secret ballot. When nominations are taken from the floor, each nomination must receive a second. After each nomination is made and seconded, the caucus chairperson must ask, are there any more nominations? And hearing none, must announce nominations are closed.
Are there any questions on the...
He's not done.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't go to page 2.
If nominations are made by conducting a secret ballot, the tellers will distribute a piece of paper to each elector, which will serve as a ballot. The electors will be instructed to write in the name of his or her nominee for the office. The ballots will then be collected and tallied by the tellers. Whichever method is used for making nominations, the names of the persons nominated will be announced by the caucus chairperson. A flip chart or chalkboard may be used to record the names of the nominees. Only those persons nominated will be voted on at the caucus if voting is necessary.
What is your pleasure for the process that you'd like to use? Yes, ma'am.
I move that we take nominations from the floor.
Nominations from the floor, and there's a second.
Could you just give me your name, please?
Winona Brad, sit here. The second.
Pardon?
John Ryder.
John Reiner.
Is there discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. It carries, and we will nominate from the floor. The first position that we nominate from the floor, Mr. Clerk, is? The first position?
Chairman.
The chair would entertain nominations for chairman. The present chairman is Mr. Larry Caw. Please rise. Be recognized. He has served how long?
Since 2013.
2013, okay. And has been your town chairman and is today. Are there nominations for town chairman? Yes, Kathy Olson. Second?
Second.
Second by Bonnie Wilson. Are there other nominations for town chairman? Are there other nominations? I will call 3 times. Are there other nominations? None appearing. The chair would rule that the nominations be closed. However, I would call for a motion from the floor for someone to move that the nominations be closed and a unanimous ballot be cast for Mr. Call? Moved by Joe Nussbaum. Is there a second? Second by Bonnie Wilson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Carries. Next chair, Mr. Clerk.
Supervisor 1. Okay.
Hi, Wes and Becky.
Hi, Larry.
Who is the
Everybody, we're
next position to be nominated, Mr. Clerk?
Supervisor 1.
Supervisor 1, and Supervisor 1 is held by Winona Bradsit. Winona, I know, lives up on 106 or CI north of Palmyra, and has served since
2014.
2014. Okay. Are there nominations for Side Director 1 for the town of Palmyra?
I nominate Winona Bradford.
Winona Bradsit's been nominated, and a second? Second by Kathy Olson.
Give me a name.
Leon Flack.
How you spell your last name? F-L-A-K.
Okay. Are there other nominations for Side Board Director number 1? Are there other nominations? Are there other nominations for Side Director number 1? If not, a motion would be in order to close the ballot.
John Reiner.
And cast unanimous ballot for Winona Bradsit. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Flack. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. It carries. And Winona has been nominated. You might stand, Winona, and just be recognized. Okay? And she is standing. Our second nomination on Side Director,
Supervisor 2.
Supervisor 2. Nominations are open for Supervisor 2, and presently Supervisor 2 has been served by
Ed Miller.
Ed Miller. Mr. Miller, would you please stand? Ed has been Side Supervisor since 13. All right.
I would like to nominate Ed Miller.
Ed Miller has been nominated. Seconded.
And the name?
It's Jolliffe, Mrs. Linda Jolliffe.
I got John.
Okay.
It is Linda, right?
Yes.
Yes, Linda Jolliffe. Are there other nominations for Side Director number 2? Are there other nominations? Are there other nominations for Side Director number 2? If there are no other nominations, motion by Bonnie Wilson to and cast unanimous ballot. Is there a second to Bonnie's? Winona seconds it. Is there any discussion? None appearing. All in favor of Ed Miller as nominee for Side Director number 2, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. It carries. One no. Mr. Clerk, is there any other business that needs to be taken care of?
My position, clerk treasurer.
Okay. The clerk treasurer position has been filled by Mr. Meady. Would you please stand and be recognized, Mr. Meady? May. Sorry.
Call me anything you like, I don't care.
Don't come late for dinner.
You know, Patrick Lucy came to this town one time to campaign for governor of the state, and I think it was the Knights of Columbus that entertained him. And when he was done, he said, "I don't care if you can remember my name or spell my name, just mention it." And so we'll just mention your name. We are. The position of town clerk is a pretty important position. Truly is. There are things that need to be done on time and in time, and a person who can handle that is one that you treasure, and is also the treasurer, and one that we pay our taxes to, and all those kind of things. And so nominations are open for clerk for the town of Palmyra. Becky?
Yes, nominate Mr. Mays, he's doing a very good job.
Becky Smale nominates Mr. May. Is there a second to that?
Second it.
Wes seconds it. They must have had pillow talk. Is there,
Oh, yeah, push me out of bed.
are there other nominations for town clerk for the town of Palmyra? Other nominations? Other nominations for town clerk? If not, the nomination is Mr. May. Is there a motion to close nominations?
I make a motion, we close the nominations by unanimous vote.
All right, is there a second? Judy Nelson seconds. Is there any other discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Carries, and Mr. May, you have been nominated as the clerk for the town of Palmyra. Is there any other things that we need to take care of, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Clerk? All right. It's been a pleasure to serve you, and I'm pleased that you've done the work that you need to do today. And with that, I'll sit down. Larry?
I would ask for a motion from the floor to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I second it.
You're welcome.
I'm hanging on.
Can I get the correct spelling?
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, anyone can stay. Okay, thank you for coming.